Yeah, so I think the first thing is a level of understanding about how we can build the ecosystem better to support cyber incident response. So I think there has been some challenges in the way that we coordinate between regulators and incident response capabilities. So one of the major changes has been the establishment of the National Cybersecurity Coordinator function, which government has recently announced. So I think that's going to be a really big driver in the way that we work with industry to manage incident response. The other thing is just the need to clarify different regulatory frameworks. So I think there's been some issues around data retention and the interaction between the Privacy Act obligations and cybersecurity. So it's about making it really clear that cybersecurity is fundamental to risk management, and helping to boost that message across industry. You'll be fully aware that we're developing a cybersecurity strategy for 2023 through to 2030. So that's what we're working on at the moment. And part of that strategy is setting an ambition for Australia to be the most cyber secure nation in the world by 2030. So these incidents are critical in shaping the way we think about being the most cyber secure nation. And it may be that some cybersecurity incidents will continue to happen. It's about how can we mitigate as many of them as possible going forward. And for those ones that do occur, how do we make sure we bounce back more quickly and demonstrate that level of resilience? So the cyber strategy is a holistic, whole-of-nation strategy that's designed to get us to being the most cyber-secure nation by 2030. Detection, response and resilience are fundamentally important for that broader vision. I think when we're conceptualizing the strategy, we're looking at a few key principles. How can we work with industry to enable those three things? And how can we ensure that we've got the right protective cybersecurity ecosystem so that we're distributing risk more equitably across the supply chain, so that really mature companies are helping to share threat intelligence so that we can detect incidents. And then we're building in resilience by supporting the more vulnerable entities to understand and manage their cyber risk. Collaboration is fundamentally important because the private sector and technology manufacturers and software developers and other entities across the technology stack have a particular level of control and visibility that sometimes government doesn't have. And in some cases, when we're talking about cybersecurity awareness, some of these entities engage with more vulnerable Australians on an everyday basis. So I think there's an important role for private sector to play across that ecosystem, whether that be to block threats, to build in cybersecurity controls by design into products and services, to provide clearer cybersecurity advice as part of their everyday service offerings, or just to kind of engage in that threat sharing picture. That's important for private sector, but government has a lot to bring to the picture as well. We've got world-class capabilities, we've got a very mature and world-leading technical advice agency in the ACSC, and we do have that lever to manage the way that we explore regulation for the economy. So I think that partnership brings those factors together and enables us to continue to achieve the initiatives under the strategy. So I spoke about the importance of collaboration, and this is the kind of event where you get a broad audience together to share their insights. The challenge with cybersecurity is that it's not a single it's not a single job role. There's so many different types of roles that make up the cybersecurity profession, and you need to bring them all together to get a coherent view of what's happening in cybersecurity now, to get diverse insights into what we should be doing in the future. And I think this kind of event obviously brings together that audience and provides everyone with an opportunity to share in open dialogue.